Shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rakakwadash. Double honors unto the elders and apostles from Great Millstone who teach and rule well. Salutations to the hopeful elect, you guys may be saved, and hopefully through the grace of Yahweh, Bahashim, Al you may be sealed. This is your brother Michael Wally from the branch of Great Millstone here in Chicago, coming at you with another lesson. And man, the title of this video is Our Captivity is Almost Up. And yeah, man, we've been, Israel's been in captivity as a whole for a very, very long time, man. And hey, we can see this place is falling, and we can see our Lord coming back, and we can see these heathens, man. These heathens are scared and afraid, man. You ask like, your so-called Christian, they think the Lord ain't gonna come back for another, ever so years. But man, we can see, man, this place is over with. We see the Matthew, we see the Revelations, we see the Esdras. I'm gonna get that later. But we see all these things coming to pass, and we know, man, that our captivity almost up, man. We know we finna have that ever, that forever, we gonna have that city, man. What is it? I think I'm roughly paraphrasing that forever city. I know that's not the word, but our city that reigns forever, man. And that's what we can't have a city like that here. We can't, first and foremost, we can't follow the laws and statutes, commandments to the best of our abilities. And our enemies are over us, man. They're not going to allow us to serve our power the right way, man. But, just get into the lesson. Lord, let's edify. I know I got a couple precepts. This is Lamentations 4:22. I'm going to start at 21. Rejoice and be glad, O daughter of Edom, that dwellest in the land of Uz. The cup also shall pass through unto thee. Thou shalt be drunken and shalt make thyself naked. And what's that cup? That cup is slavery, man. That cup is, the same way we was put in chains and we was brought low. That's gonna happen to them, man. The same way, they had they foot on our necks is the way we gonna have them. That Revelation 13:10. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that liveth by the sword must be killed by the sword. Esau, Edom has been living deliciously off this land and off the backs of you so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. So it's only right for it to happen to them, man. And that's gonna be that cup. This is verse 22. The punishment of thine iniquity is accomplished, O daughter of Zion. He will no more carry thee away into captivity. He will visit thine iniquity, O daughter of Edom. He will discover thy sins. In that first part, it says, the iniquity is accomplished, because we didn't already carried out our, our judgment. We already carried out, we already didn't carried out the punishment, man. And what was the punishment? Us forgetting who we are and being under these heathens. But now that same cup that was given to us is gonna be given to them, and they gonna be put in slavery for a time, man. Hey, and so it's only right, man. And that's how we know, we can see it. We see Esau, Edom's kingdom going down every day. We see the wars and rumors of wars. We see the Egyptian versus Egyptian, Edomites versus Edomites. So we are seeing all of these things happening, and we watching their kingdom crumble because, hey, how did our kingdom crumble? We was going against each other, and what they do, they let us fight each other and then come through and with clean house. So it's the same thing, but when this time, hey, it don't matter even if they fight each other, they gonna try to come against us, and it's not gonna matter, man. Nothing's gonna matter in that day because they captivity, they can't stop it. You can't stop what is already pre-written. All these things are happening, man. You can't hold on, let me see where it's at. Yeah, you can't stop the Lord moving, man. This is 2nd Esdras 6:9. And it reads, for Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. So, this is the end of the world. Esau is the end of the world. Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, their world is ending. But our world is, the beginning of it that followeth. And it don't say nothing about our world ever ending. It's gonna be everlasting forever, man. It's gonna never stop. But their world is not a continuing city. There it go. Yeah, we want that continuing city. I knew it was gonna come back to me. But you can't continue in this world. This world is a death style. That's why and you could just see throughout mankind history that none of these civilizations have a continuing city. They only last around 250 years. And as you can see, that's another reason why how we know this is this captivity is almost over and this place is through. This the 250th year of America, being America. And they celebrating this shit. Trump trying to do the UFC at the White House, and wants to celebrate that. And it's gonna be a whole bunch of so-called patriotism, all that shit. And these people are proud, but they don't even know that they kingdom is over and they finna get brought low, all of them, man. And they don't know they finna get judged along with the 2/3 niggas that want to be with this place, man, because this place is over with, man. These other countries, these other nations see it. We see it. The only person that don't see it is the average American. They don't know that they about to be destroyed, man. This is I'm gonna end it with this. This Joel, was it 3? Oh yeah, it was 3:18. Yeah, Joel 3:18, and it reads yeah, and it says Judah will be blessed, and it shall come to pass in that day that the mountains shall drop down new wine, and the hills shall flow with milk, and all the rivers of Judah shall flow with waters, and a fountain shall come forth of the house of the Lord Yahweh, and shall water the valley of Shittim. Egypt shall be a desolation, and Edom shall be a desolate wilderness for the violence against the children of Judah, because they have shed innocent blood in their land. And that's what it was. That's righteousness, man. Because they shed innocent blood in their land. What was it in Exodus, or I think it's in one of the laws? Pretty sure in Exodus, the only way you can cleanse the land is by shedding the blood of them that sheddeth, because they shed innocent blood. They killed us and it was merciless. So the same thing got to happen to them. And after that, after we didn't that judgment had went down on Esau, Edom, when we put them in captivity. What's it say our land gonna be? This verse 20. But Judah shall dwell forever in Jerusalem from generation to generation. For I will cleanse their blood that I have not cleansed. For the Lord Yahweh dwelleth in Zion. So it says forever and ever. We gonna have a continuing city that lasts forever, man. Because you can't build nothing. You can't build nothing that's going. Why would you want to build something here if it can break or if it can come crashing down? People need to understand that. Why would you want to make a creation if you can't have it live for generation to generation for more people to see it? You can't do that here. And Esau, Edom, they finna soon find out, man. All that stuff that they did was in vain, man. And they gonna get put on. They gonna get put into slavery, and then they gonna get burnt after them 1,000 years, man. And and that's y'all lot. That's what of the Lord. The Lord say that's what's gonna happen, and it will. I'm gonna end it right there. Lord willing, this is edifying. I'm gonna give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakwadash, that belongs into the elders and apostles from Great Millstone who teach it real well. Salutations to the hopeful that you guys may be saved. Hopefully through the grace of Yahweh, Bahashem, Shai, you may be sealed. With that, I'd like to say stay prayed up, brothers. We almost up out of here. Shalom.